Hi and welcome to another Lightroom tutorial. Today we'll be creating this orange teal type of color grading, and as you can see we'll be turning the blue colder colors into a teal type of look, and the warmer colors will be turning into a more orangey reddish type of look. And yeah, this type of color grading you can also apply to other types of images, but you will have to be a little bit careful because it might turn out a tiny bit different than as you would expect it to turn out. But that is no problem because you can always adjust the settings in your Lightroom and adjust them to your image the way it's going to look better, I would say. For example, I have here this landscape image, and as you can see the original image of course has like green mountains, but the one with the color grading is going to turn the mountains into a brown type of look. And of course some people like it, some people don't like it. Tastes are different, but yeah, all the adjustments you can do in the settings. And yeah, I have another example. Here, as you can see, the saturation of the red is a little too strong, but like mentioned before, with the adjustments it'll be done in a couple of seconds practically. So yeah, you just have to watch out how your image is, the colors in your image, and then do the necessary adjustments. And yeah, without further ado, I would say we're going to get started. So today we'll be working ourselves from the bottom up, and it's practically only 3 steps we're going to take. And the first step, calibration, is practically doing most of it already, as you will see. First of all, we'll be taking the blue all the way to the left, and as we see, the teal color is practically already achieved. And the green and the red we're going to take to the right side. And yeah, this is already most of the color grading done practically. And yeah, next thing is going to be the split toning. And you would probably take the slider now and try to find the color you would like to use, but as you see nothing. That's because the saturation is automatically on 0. And of course we can higher up the saturation now to see the color changes we're making. But there's another way which is a little quicker, and you just press the Alt key and then you use the slider, and as you can see on the preview, it's showing us the color right now where we're at in full saturation. And this helps us to find the right color that we need. In our case, it's going to be the teal look for the highlights. So around there, I would say. And then we'll fix the saturation. Just a little bit, we don't want to overdo it. About here. And the same thing we're going to do with the shadows. Except those will be taking more into like an orangey type of look. Or orangey red, like about here, and then a tiny bit of saturation. I would say about 30. And then of course, last but not least, we'll be adjusting the balance. We'll take it all the way to the left side. And that's practically it for split toning. Let's see. Yeah, small changes, but they do a lot at the end. And yeah, last but not least is going to be the HSL adjustment or color adjustment. And in HSL is going to show us the hue, saturation and luminance, either all at once like I have it usually. Or you can also just say, like if you're working with the saturation, you just go on saturation and then you select the colors. Or you just go here on color and you pick the color that you would like to change, and then you'll have the hue, saturation and luminance for each color here. Yeah, it's all up to you with what you can work better. I personally like the HSL and the Doyle. So, and of course now we could take each slider and adjust it however we would like to have it, but that takes a little while. And another tip, if you want to reset a number that you or adjustment that you have made, just press the Alt key and make a double click on the, in this case, the color, and as you can see it'll go back to 0. And what we're going to use now is this little icon here, and with that we're going to a color we would like to adjust, and then we can just go up and down with the mouse. And as you can see on the right side now, it's not just working with one slider, it automatically adjusts all the sliders that belong to this color group. And yeah, this comes very handy because it goes faster. And let's see. If you go with the mouse to the top, of course you'll be going to the plus numbers, and down is going to the minus numbers. And we are going to just take it a tiny bit to here, I would say. And then maybe we'll be bringing up a tiny bit of luminance. So we'll go up with the mouse, just a little bit, not too much. So, and the same thing we're going to do now with the warmer colors. I use this as a reference. In this case I'm going down to the minus a tiny bit, not too much. Let's say about here. And let's see. Yeah, it looks already really nice. I would say maybe from the red we can lower the saturation a tiny bit. Just a little. Yes. Yeah, and this is practically it. This is the finished results. Here you can see the before and after. It's actually not so much that has been done, but yeah, it does a lot on the image. And yeah, if you like this little tutorial, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for future Lightroom tutorials if you like. And yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me. And yeah, I wish you a nice day or evening, and see you next time. Bye bye.